Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is Off the Bar.
Off the bar.
No, it was that. There you go. That's Stephen Howson. That's Adam McCullough. And I don't often say this, Steve, but I'm going to give you an apology.
Oh, my God.
I am.
No.
Because, I know, Michael, we've been doing this for a long time. And I don't think I've ever said sorry to him before.
I don't think he doesn't want an apology.
He doesn't deserve one.
Because if he starts receiving apologies, he's got to start giving them out.
He'll never give out an apology.
That's like that episode of South Park where Carmen's running around.
There's no way, ain't happening. The reason that I want to give you an apology, we tried last week to be positive, me and Joe Smith, and we said things aren't that bad. They're all right. There's reasons to be cheerful. You know,
I told you we were wrong.
You told us we were wrong. You listed why we were wrong, and you're right.
I was right then.
You was right then, and you're even more right now.
You're
because
more righter.
Righter, innit? Yeah,
righter.
you're more righter. Yeah, you're more righter.
I'm betterer.
I'm betterer than you were last week.
I'm bigger.
Well, what happened?
I'm biggerer. Because since we last spoke, Jadon Sancho and Eric Ten Hag's become more of a bin fire.
No, but it's all right now. I deleted the tweet, Jay.
Oh, mate, what even is that?
Deleted the tweet.
Why was it up for 5 days?
In the 2023, that means...
Is it still called a tweet on X?
It's
we're not conforming to what Elon Musk wants us to do.
I know, but what's he calling it now? Is it a post?
Post, I think.
X.
You repost, innit?
I X'd him for that.
I X'd him. I wasn't abusive. Okay? Me and him always say that. No one ever knows what we're on about. I'm gonna tell the viewers. If you know, you know. But Andy Tate spoke about messaging or twittering.
I twittered him for that.
Tom Cleverley about his performance one week. Because that's what you want if you're Tom
Whenever
Cleverley.
you hear that, though, do you never... Because I always just envisage Tom Cleverley reading that tweet.
I reckon he did.
I reckon he got annoyed.
That's why he came off social media.
Yeah. Because you know what I mean? He probably read that and thought, that's it, I've had enough of this. Like, I can't. This fella, he might not be being abusive, but he's giving me feedback on my performance. I'm not having it. Yeah, so Sancho's deleted his ex post, whatever you want to call it. Oh, no, it's not deleted. It's deleted, hasn't it? So it's not just unpinned. Deleted. It's gone. But it's still not sorted, really, is it? Let's have it right.
Don't know.
Thanks for that.
Well, there's the thing, right? Because
I'm glad
so much of a manager and a player's relationship happens face to face. The fact it's playing out on social media and in the press is weird for starters, but it is. And I think there's been mistakes made on everyone's fucking part. Well, just Manchester United at the moment is just an utter shit show, and there might even be a statement about us being a shit show. That we're going to stop making a statement saying we're going to stop making statements and we're going to get our shit together. It would be nice. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
The statement to end all statement.
But they can't though, because then something else will happen and you'll go, where's the statement? Like, where's the club not put a statement out?
We've already prepared one.
Yeah, we just got it in draft. We just changed the name of the player.
Yeah, and they have stopped using the corner flag after we mentioned it the other week though.
Really?
Yeah, they use the front of the training ground now.
Influence.
Love that.
So, the Sancho saga, do you think that's put to bed, Mako?
No.
Fuck no.
You know what
if
it
he
is?
Gets picked or not this weekend, it's news.
I want him to ultimately be successful at Man United. I'm a big fan of him as a player, especially when he's at his best.
I agree.
But
sort of.
I feel like the things that you're hearing, unless there's like a sharp, and again, what we're hearing could just all be rubbish. But let's assume it's true. Some of it's coming from reliable people. And
some of it was from the manager's mouth.
No, but you know, like all these,
that
there's a lot of extra stuff that's come out after that.
Yeah.
Which, like, you go, are people just capitalising off this? Have they just been holding it back for the perfect moment?
Dude, like, I've got massive Sancho news coming at 6 o'clock. Rarely, if ever, has that been accurate, by the way. And then it just looked like a summary of all the news that was out there and painted as an exclusive.
Joe said about the one where there was allegations that he's rude to staff was nonsense.
I don't think...
Because, like, there's any player can be accused of that, basically.
I don't think he is... Again, I don't see him 20...
And he left his bins out.
Exactly. He's getting into pantomime season, isn't it? He's rude to staff. Didn't sit very much.
I've seen him, like,
left his bins. Didn't leave his bins out. He put out the brown bin on Black Bin Day.
We've seen him around people, and okay, it might be an instance where there's media there and stuff. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Meeting fans and stuff like that. He's never been an issue with that.
No.
He's never seemed offish. He's never seemed... if you used to walk past him, you go, oh, you're right.
You didn't chat to you for...
Literally.
In San Diego.
there was one that I saw which was like, he was really difficult when he was getting to try and pose for the Premier League or the little boy band shit that they do before the start of the season. He wouldn't really smile. You don't know what he might have been told that morning. Hey, guess what? Anthony's playing again. do you know what I mean? It's such nonsense. That's
he might just be uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah,
it might not be
a bit cringe, innit?
I'm here to play football, not be a fucking model. This is an extra part of the job that maybe I don't like.
It wasn't that long ago. Well, it was last season. But when he was waving those shin pads about that kid had given him, everyone loved him and said what a great guy he was and how wonderful he is.
I think
and
some
kind.
of the stuff is just extra. But what my point was that if he has been an issue, like some of the things say he's late regularly in training.
Once I've taken a leaf out of your mate's book.
Some of the teams, some of his teammates aren't happy with it.
Yeah.
If those are the kind of things that are true, then you do think this feels like it might rear its ugly head again. But I hope it's just one of those things. He's said what he's said. All right, he's in the wrong. The manager's said what he's said. Let's kiss and make up behind closed doors. Start grafting. Start working together. But he needs to use this as that moment then. Because, if it's not, and he leaves United, you can blame Ten Hag, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But there's been stories about it from Dortmund and that as well. So there was talk about Chelsea wanting him and then going, actually, England, all right, I don't like Gareth Southgate much. But he doesn't pick him. No. Like, there has to be you can't just blame Ten Hag. Do you know what I mean? There has to be a reason for this. Well. So you'd hope that he'd take it on and go, I've got a big opportunity at Manchester United. Let's knuckle down and try and do something out of this. Plus, we kind of need him.
I think it was a missed opportunity this weekend. So the situation is as follows at the moment. The manager's come out after a post-match and said, this fucker don't work hard enough. His training's been shit. It is what he's basically come out and said in it.
But he didn't say it that bad.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, you're paraphrasing.
But that's what he's put
just
out
a
there.
bit, yeah.
But what he said was nothing really.
No, he said he's not been up to it in training. But I think for you, I'm trying to read between the lines here. For you to say, listen, he's not been up for it in training, and he's not in the squad, isn't just like he had a 5 out of 10 in training. There's something more, either late, attitude, something.
It could be also, though, that where he's gone, right, I've tried being nice. We've been really supportive of him. So there's no doubting that I want him here.
Yeah.
I want him to do well. I want him to get better because of how well I've treated him. It's not working because I'm not getting what I want out of him.
Give him a pace then.
This is the only option I've got left, and it was pretty mild.
Yeah. This is what I mean. You're right, and I think you want that reaction. And the reaction was almost immediately took to social media.
Yeah.
And I don't think
this is the problem because the opportunity was there, right? If you'd have waited 24 hours, all this Anthony stuff would have happened, and then you're the shiny right winger that can now step in and save the day. Yeah. Not the case because you're in the fucking bad books because you've just pasted the gaffer on social media. But there was also an opportunity that the statement could have been different. The statement could have been like, look, me and the manager haven't seen eye to eye on my performances in training. I'm going to be 10 out of 10, watch this space, see you on the pitch. He could have been
kind of
something
say
like
that at the end, like, I want to work hard for the badge and all that.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't call your manager a liar.
It felt that statement like he'd written it himself and he just posted it. It didn't feel like it was a PR thing. It was like, if you look, there's a slight grammatical error.
With that,
no.
Like,
I'm just
being emotional.
I think he'd reacted himself and gone, rather than had a word with someone who might have given him a better steer.
I think because this has started to play out in the public eye, I think you have to play the public eye game. And going and getting on the smash with Wan-Bissaka in New York at the weekend, regardless of whether the boss privately has said, yeah, fine, because he might have done, right? I think that's what people are forgetting.
They were all allowed.
They're all allowed the weekend off.
Yeah.
They've all had the weekend off. But I think the unique situation Jadon finds himself in at the moment, not in a team, accused of not training well, accused of being late to training, there's an opportunity here that if I'm Jadon Sancho or I work with Jadon Sancho, I go, listen, whatever your plans were this weekend, forget them. Be seen to go into training on your day off. Like, if you want to play the PR game but also want to change the narrative around you, you're not going on the piss this weekend. You're going to suck it up and you're going to go work this weekend.
Could have also been a thing, though, where they've gone, just have a blowout, come back.
It could have been,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he might have been he might have met with Ten Hag on Friday and he might have gone, you need to fucking sort your shit out, this, that and the other. And he'd be like, me and Wan-Bissaka are going to New York this weekend. He might have gone, there's a fucking reek good titty bar down 7th Street. Like, he might have just fucking told him, get your ass out there, go get in the mix.
Yeah.
You have no fucking way of knowing.
Do you think there's a future for Jadon Sancho, a long-term future at Manchester United under Erik ten Hag? After this episode?
No.
Fair
I
enough.
think there's a possibility. My immediate reaction to the statement was not seeing him play for United again. Then you have the Anthony thing happen. Then you have...
We'll get to that in a minute.
Then you have the fact that he's deleted it now, which I think you can go, right, he's just deleted it anyway, the message has been said. But if he was still feeling negative about the situation, surely that still stays out there, right?
Not necessarily.
Possibly. Maybe.
He's a club employee. He could have been told to fucking take it down.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they did it.
Maybe he would have been threatened with a fine or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
2 weeks' wages.
it just makes me think
Or delete your tweet.
maybe there's always a way back in it.
600 grand, is it?
And Ten Hag has seemed to acknowledge the human side to his players.
Yeah, he does.
And therefore, that makes me think there's a way back. There's a way back for everyone, but I don't think it looks good.
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look great.
No,
I'm an eternal optimist.
Yeah. And
as you know.
You are, yes. And we like Sancho, he's a good player, but I don't think we've seen enough of him to justify this or to make it worth his while, manager. I think even with Anthony out, he might look at it and go, listen, I'll give you 3 months to go and get your head together. Or I don't mean that dismissively if he's had mental health issues. Go and get 3 months to go away to the Netherlands, have your own little training regime in the middle of a season that I'm already missing you. Or
Do mushrooms?
Yeah, well, whatever. That we've already got a World Cup in the middle of as well. And we're fighting on all 4 fronts. Done that. He's come back. He's done okay since he's been back. Nothing great. And now you've got this. I think
Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes there's managers that allow some of their players to get away with things like that. And it's like,
Paddock.
if you're really good, you get, all right, cool. But Ten Hag doesn't seem to be the guy that, even if your Rashford scoring 30 goals last season, he's like, you still have to, you know.
Was it late? Was it 45 seconds late or something?
I don't think it was 45 seconds.
That was not that.
I don't think he's that anal about it.
Was it? No, something like that. It was very short amount of time, I think it was. Anyway, I might be misremembering. But either way, like you say, top scorer, big game, drops. And he responded though. Comes off the bench and scores and holds his hand up and says, I deserve to be dropped. So that's the sort of response you'd hope that Jadon Sancho's up for. Someone who's probably not got as much credit in the bank with the manager or with the club as Marcus had. And yet instead we've seen this reaction. So I'm with you. I think
he'll play.
Yeah.
I don't think we won't see any of him in the United shirt. I think you definitely will see him in the United shirt, but I think I think the stopwatch has started, and
it's up to him, though, isn't it?
Really, and that's what I'm saying. If he'd have just banged the Rocky tunes on, stuck his sweatbands on, and just got after it this week, all over the weekend, and just been like, figuratively knocking on the manager's door with his performance, I think everyone wants that. There's not a United fan out there that wouldn't go, how do we fix our right wing problem? Oh, Jadon Sancho's going to go fucking turbo. He's capable of scoring or assisting every single game he plays in. We've seen him do it.
Did it at Dortmund, didn't he, his last season? Was it like a goal involvement every game almost?
Yeah.
Something like 39 games, 36 goals or whatever. Or goals
we know he's capable of doing that. So every single United fan in the world would want him to go and achieve that. And he could achieve that. But for whatever reason, it hasn't quite worked at United. I don't know what's going on around him that maybe he doesn't feel like he can do that. Does he need the security of thinking he's playing every week? Because some people need the challenge. Luke Shaw clearly needs the challenge. That's his game. Do some people need to know they're going to play? And does the threat of getting dropped or not playing next weekend maybe impact on them or something? I don't know.
But the 23-24 season off the bat is sponsored by Green King Sport, where football is more than a game.
Green King Sports venues are showing every single televised Manchester United game over the course of the season. So instead of turning to the internet on your own, in your little fucking wank palace...
So unnecessary.
All right.
No, keep going. Keep going.
We'll roll that in.
Keep going.
Leave that in.
Yeah, everyone's got a wank.
Go on, Green King loves that. They've got a pub called that. Go on.
Get some mates. Get yourself down to the boozer and go and get closer to the action at your local Green King pub.
Green King Sport have recently just launched their Instagram page as well, which is Green King Sport. Search that, follow that on Instagram. You'll be helping us out, you'll be helping them out, and you may be helping yourself out as well, because there'll be loads of fan content, deals, and competitions as well. So go and check out Green King Sport on Instagram, and there's plenty more coming from us and Green King.
First we had Sancho, the Sancho saga. And then we had the Anthony one. Anthony went, hang on a minute. Now it's my turn. He's been put on, what is it, a leave of absence. We don't know what's going on with that, the case and all that. I don't really need to get into that. But it's another issue.
Isn't it all being played out
that Eric
on television in Brazil?
Seems very Brazilian, doesn't it?
Like Anthony did an interview, right? Crying.
Yeah, I think so. I think he did one more the other day.
I think people that are accusing him.
The accusers have done interviews, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it actually going through the legal system
Manchester
right
police
now?
are investigating, aren't they? So I'm so tempted to make a joke out of this and say, and the winner's going to be decided by a fan vote. Yeah. But like it which feels crass, but it's funny. So I think Greater Manchester Police are investigating it over here. It feels like this one is more of a revenge kind of thingy than anything else. It feels a little bit different to everything that's gone on with the Mason Greenwood one. Hopefully this one can get resolved. I mean, if we lose 2 years of Anthony to this, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
I hope this gets resolved a lot quicker than the Mason one got resolved, because that dragged out a long old time.
But the club have to kind of like remove him from the squad, don't
It
they?
does. It feels
too messy.
to just leave him in there. When
imagine going to Anfield with our list, like, fucking Christ.
I mean, it's not. Whichever way you look at it, whether what you believe or what you don't believe, it's an issue the manager's got, and it isn't great.
Good though, right?
But like you were saying about the Brazilian thing, like they must be able to do that over there. Just do these interviews.
There's not legal ramifications.
Yeah, like I'm guessing like the lawyers have told him, yeah, you can do that.
You what?
No, I think because some of the accusations have been put in newspapers and things.
Yeah.
Him and his team have probably gone, we need to grasp the public image of this story here.
Hasn't he or someone been releasing like text messages?
Yeah.
I think one of his entourage has been releasing text messages, but that's from a different.
But the trouble is,
the original
there's
one.
3 different accusers, right?
Yeah, there's 2 sorts together.
One of them could be lying. 2 of them could still be a serious issue here.
It feels like
do you know what I mean? Like.
There might be one real and a couple of pylon. It might be all 3 are real, or it might be all 3 are false. Like, it could be any of the above or a potential.
It's a mess. That could go on for ages.
Of course it could. And whilst you're waiting,
it's not the biggest issue, but another 80 million from United down the drain as well.
Whether you rate Anthony or not, he's a player that Eric Ten Hag rates and uses every week he's available. And he's no longer available. So that's another problem Eric Ten Hag has got, which feeds back into my original apology to you. It's more shit.
Get him out of the squad. Get it dealt with. And just play Pellistri and Ahmad. Man. Just
like get it dealt with. You don't even know, do we? We don't know how long this is going to rumble on for. Hopefully it's dealt with swiftly, but you don't know.
He's out of the team. When's he back?
Don't know. How long is this going on for? Don't know.
Is he just staying in Brazil?
I don't even know where he is.
Yeah, don't know.
So is he out of the team, out of training, out of everything?
I think he's leave of absence.
Well, they can't.
He's not.
They have to do what they did with Mason, don't they?
Probably put him
which is just out.
Yeah. Like, he'll probably doing his own thing to stay fit and obviously whatever he needs to do, but he won't be at Carrington or whatever.
What a mess, man. This
is what I mean.
Just
we sat here.
Delete the whole club and start again.
Yeah. We sat here last week trying to be positive. One of the positives we had was we all rated Andre Onana.
Do you want a positive?
Go on.
Anthony Martial is so keen for it, yeah.
Yeah.
He turned up early to training this week.
Anthony Martial coming early to training.
4 hours early to training.
4 hours.
He wants it, mate. He wants
it. You seen this story?
He's fucking eager for it, Steve.
Anthony Martial.
Back. Rasmus Højlund, stick him in the reserves because we don't need him anymore.
Anthony Martial was pictured leaving training 5 minutes after he arrived. What's going on there? Why is he doing that? Oh, it's because he arrived 4 hours early. That's why. He's got in the car park and thought, where the fuck is everyone?
Excuse me. Has he trained that little lately that he doesn't even know when training is?
No, he's so keen for it. Yeah, that he was like, training's early today, I know it.
Yeah.
Feels it.
Like, I'm getting in there.
Surely when you get there, you don't drive back out. You go. Is the training ground that boring that you go, I'll go home for 3 hours?
Just do some weights. Get in a sauna.
Yeah, you can go and chill there, can't you? Surely,
go watch the 1991 Cup Winners' Cup final.
Maybe the chefs and everyone weren't in yet.
Maybe the doors.
There's no way. If it's open, it's open. Fuck me. Surely.
I don't know.
5 minutes. It takes you 5 minutes to get down that track and turn around.
Do you reckon he actually got to the car park and thought, why is there no other cars here? Like, what's going on?
I think he was on time, everyone else late.
He's like, I didn't bring my boots.
He's probably...
You don't bring your boots to train.
He's blatantly...
At some point, you're going to...
He's blatantly got there.
I know most of them get posted there to him.
He's got to have got there, seen the car park, put it in the WhatsApp chat, Lads, where the fuck is everyone?
Everyone's put team meeting 1 o'clock and he's like...
No, he's tried to get away with it.
Yeah.
He's tried to pretend this ain't happened. The lads ain't going to find out about this. You got some weirdo little pap in a bush.
He's seen that pap in his foot.
Oh, he's seen Anthony Marshall on his way in and go, oh shit, he's the first one here. And then he's been still sat there because it's only 5 minutes later and he's gone, what's going on here? Why is he fucking going home?
You'd be gutted, wouldn't you? You'd be fucking wounded.
And he's banged it in the chat, lads, where is everyone? And Ten Hag's replied saying, you fucking idiot, we're all at Planet Bowl today.
I think
Bowl.
Martial was just like, I need to send a message to the kids.
To the kids, what?
Just get here early.
Get here early and leave.
And then leave before anyone else gets there. There's a great
get the
message.
credit for being there early and then bouncing.
Like Mackie was saying
Where'd he
before.
go? He's like, Mackie's breakfast.
What's going to be really funny now is when he comes back to the original training or to the proper time and he's late. He's going to come back and he's going to be late.
Why are you late? Traffic. Where from?
I was here early though.
Yeah. Do we get any credit for that? No.
Yeah, he does. He does in my book.
All right. I
think we should give him the armband.
There's a positive. Yeah. Okay. Onana was a positive, right? We were talking about him, about how you can see what he's bringing to the team.
Still as a positive. Why is he not a positive?
Well, there's a slight concern here about this whole AFCON thing, isn't there?
No.
Or are you not bothered?
You know what I find funny here? Someone posted like a journalist or one of those accounts, whatever. Eric Ten Hag and Andre Onana set for showdown talks.
Well, that's bollocks. There's not showdown talks.
Oh yeah. Onana goes there, I'm gonna go play for my country, and he goes, right,
sound, yeah. It's not
a great showdown,
is it?
isn't it? Why is everything being made into a drama?
Crunch. Showdown.
Showdown talks.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Last gas talks. I've seen that one.
Do you reckon he's pulled the wool over our eyes a little bit?
Well, this is the thing, because apparently, when he's been asked before he signed, are you going to go play for, you quit international football? Yeah, don't bother with that anymore. You're not going to go to the AFCON? Mate, I don't even play for Cameroon anymore. I'm done with him. Right, okay. Pass me the contract. Anyway, that thing I said about Cameroon might not be 100% true. I might be going to the AFCON, just so you know. And that feels like what he's done. Which I can't blame the kid for going to play for his country, that's fair enough, but we're going to miss him for a month if he does.
And we're going to pay him like 800 grand.
So that's another little thing in it. It's just another thing.
Tom Heaton season.
Well,
Tom Heat won.
That got off the ground one.
Baby.
He tried doing
actually, I'm all on Altai by India, yeah.
Aya.
He's the man. He looks like a really good goalkeeper. You know, you just look at him.
Have you done a scout report?
Nope.
You just look at him and you go, that's a goalkeeper.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it, the gloves?
Yeah, the fact
The
he's stood in goal.
Different colour kit.
He can use his hands.
That. If I've ever seen a goalkeeper, that's a goalkeeper. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, the thing with him is,
can't follow
though,
logic.
right,
Is he better or worse than Lee Grant?
Better.
This is the thing, you don't know, do you?
No, you know why? No, he's better.
Do you?
Yes.
If Lee Grant was Turkish, would he have got in the Turkey team for 6
What would his name
appearances?
be if he's Turkish?
I'm not even going there. It's gonna be.
Ali.
It's gonna go. No, let's not. Are we doing that?
Yeah, there we go.
Right. Okay.
No one got offended.
Wait, you haven't seen the comments yet. No one got offended. Wait till you see that. Like, this kid might be mint, he might be terrible. I don't know, but I know that losing Onana isn't a positive.
I do think he's world class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the man. Watch, number one. He's already got the number one. He come in, check the balls on that. Come in and went, hey, give me that number one shit.
Yeah. And Onana went, right, okay. Sorry. Who are you? Who are you?
I want to wear Fletcher's shirt.
Yeah, who are you again? There you go. Right, so there's that. Have we spoke about Harry Maguire? Any of us?
Let's not.
Right, just quickly.
I think we have to.
Come on.
Hey, he's had a note of his mum.
Like, his mum's sticking up for him, even.
Nah, you know what?
Which I get.
Mums are going to do that. I remember one time, 2013, 14. My mum used to read all the comments on YouTube, like any video I was in. I used to go, Mum, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because she messaged me like,
see what he said?
this guy, crazy soccer man 101, said, you're a twat.
Yeah.
And I said, Mum, don't read that. He's right, but don't read it.
You still got that account?
Yeah.
I don't know what you
Crazy
remember.
soccer man.
Shit. Better change my burner. Yeah, my missus used to do that when I started on it. I remember once someone called me.
Replied to them.
No, like, yeah, getting angry, like, can we find him and all that? I was like, calm down. Because, like, one time someone called me and Andy, like, big boned. And on a podcast, and she was losing a shit over it. And I was like, it don't matter, don't worry about it, it's not that deep. But Harry Maguire's mum has got involved and stuck up for him.
I don't mind his mum sticking up for him.
But
But I do find there's a weird
Have you met
narrative
England
being
fans?
built at the moment.
What's that going to do for him?
Jamie Carragher posting about Andre Onana was grandstanding for Manchester United fans when he berated Harry Maguire, like trying to drag Andre Onana into this. I don't know what's going on there. And then we're hearing Gareth Southgate talk about the media and pundits and all. Harry Maguire seems to get an easy-ish ride.
Yeah, from pundits.
From pundits in the media.
I don't think he necessarily gets a lot of fans, off them.
Especially obviously online, he gets abuse.
Yeah,
I think pretty much every footballer does. Maybe it's escalated with him recently. I don't see it because I don't follow many weirdos like that, apart from Ste.
But I'd say you follow me and him, don't you?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to see what some crazy football Twitter accounts are saying. I think most footballers get that. But I don't know, there just seems to be this narrative being built at the moment that he's a victim of bullying at Manchester United. And like, he shouldn't be in the team.
Yeah.
I don't think he's particularly great. When he stayed at the club, I disagreed with the decision because I'd have liked seeing United sell him.
He definitely got abused.
I criticised the club more for that, for giving him that contract. I remember at that time. Now, there's people that abusing him and all that, uncalled for. But I find this narrative being built at the moment is a bit weird. I've seen players get worse.
Do you
Gareth Southgate saying, I've never seen a play. You was in the team when David Beckham was being hanged, you fucking witch. What are you on about?
Yeah.
Like, even let's try and stick with similar eras, yeah. I've seen so many players get, even at United, bro.
Well, would you not argue that, like, Sancho and Rashford, for example, and Saka got worse when they missed them penalties?
I wouldn't argue it.
Is that not
It's
a lot
factual,
worse?
it's factual
but there is a point where some people go, hold on, that's wrong.
Yeah.
But also this is
no,
wrong,
no, I'm
right?
not saying the two are.
Where they go, that's
I
wrong,
hear that,
and this is wrong. But
it's more that Southgate going,
I just feel
I've
like
never
it's
seen anything
been-
like this.
yeah.
What? How short's
also,
your memory?
Scotland fans booed him. England fans didn't boo him.
No,
Scotland fans
they cheered him.
What do you mean? What does that say?
Did you just
But
quick,
he's
just
hit
on
the last
this,
two
though.
games he's played, the opposition fans have cheered him coming on the pitch.
So is that what we're complaining about here?
No, I think I agree there's a narrative being made out, and I don't like the narrative that's being made out because there's too many fucking thick knobheads in the world that will look at any narrative and just now say, like, you criticising him, Jay criticising him, me criticising him for fair criticism of performance, which is all we ever do. I never delve into the personal lives of players because we're here for football, right?
Yeah.
I think fair criticism of performance and opinion on performance gets lumped in with bullying and abuse, and it's not the case. Bullying and abuse is the people that are just fucking screaming, you're fucking shit, get out of our club, right? And commenting that under all of his social media and attacking his family and finding them and all that sort of stuff. That is abuse and that is wrong. Us sitting here, if we was to dissect, not that any of us three here give a fuck about it, but if any of us was here to analyse his performance against Scotland and discuss maybe why he shouldn't be playing for England ahead of the likes of Colwell or Tomori or somebody like that, that's not abuse, that's analysis. And people have to understand there's a massive, massive difference between analysis. And Gareth Southgate needs to fucking understand as well, you're picking an out-of-form player that doesn't even play for his club.
And that's the thing as well. Gareth Southgate says things like,
everything else.
Foden don't play through the middle for his club, so I can't pick him. But then
Madison's on the left wing.
You're so hypocritical of your decisions. You're giving ammunition for them people to go, so why is he in the starting lineup? Yeah. Why is he playing? Why
Madison play off the left?
Like, why are you playing Harry Kane in a friendly,
that.
man? Why is it? And Nketiah's on the bench,
Yeah.
who could still possibly declare for Ghana, I think it is.
Right.
Like, let's say you could play him. He's done really well recently. Like, I think some of the decisions Southgate makes leads to extra criticism of players. But I've only ever seen, again, people go, he gets selected. There's always a debate around it. That happens every time there's an England squad. There's debate around different players. It used to be Jack Grealish, and now it was someone else, and then it's someone else. Like,
look, there'll always be debate, but when you give people, like, you come into the job and say, I'm selecting on form. You go, okay, we'll take you at your word. I'm selecting on form. Okay, he don't play.
Yeah.
I'm still selecting him. Like, me and Ash have just spoke about this upstairs. The exact same thing. Have a pair of bollocks and go, hey, guess what, fuckers? I'm the manager and I'm going to pick the team I want.
Also, managers have their favourites a lot. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I don't, to a certain degree, I don't mind that because I think as an
thing.
England manager or an international manager, you have to have a group of players, a core group that you sort of rely on. Because if you're going to constantly play whoever's in form, you're just going to constantly change the team.
This isn't to also, I don't want to get brought into like these people that are being abusive. Or there was once a bomb threat. all these things are stupid. I remember after the preseason game, us two came out on a video and said, "Why are people booing him for this?" Is daft."
That was.
Do you know what I mean?
That was
but there's also been instances where, for example, he scored against Malta or something, and then copped his ears about United fans.
Andorra.
That's increasing the debate around you.
Yeah.
Like,
and he
there's
said
been times where like someone will post some little like some bullshit stat or a rating, and then they'll reply to it or block them, or it's like you're engaging with this kind of narrative as well at times where you're kind of I don't want to say blaming the victim here, but you're bringing on the debate sometimes when you do that.
Well,
you know what I mean?
He also gives ammunition to people as well. So he comes out here and people go, "You're not playing for United." He goes,
I don't have anything to prove.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I play for England all the time. I've got nothing to prove.
It's not great, is it?
Totally.
And I think
and Southgate, he's been great every time he steps in England shirt. Well, no, he fucking hasn't, right? He just hasn't, right?
I wouldn't know. I don't watch England every game.
There was an Italy game not too long ago, and he was like, his first touch was a fucking tackle. His second touch was putting everyone else in danger. Like, I keep seeing them and saving them when I see them, and sending them to all my friends. There's so many of these little fucking compilations of the fucking absolute mental stuff that he does on the pitch.
Is that
when you put them all together?
Can I just ask? Is that part of what is being deemed abuse here?
Probably is on some level, but ultimately it's just a compilation of the stuff.
Doesn't that happen to a million players every weekend?
All the time. I've seen people make compilations of Rashford saying why he's terrible. And
does that,
like, bro? He's just scored 30 goals.
Does that mean it's right or wrong then?
I don't like it. I mean, people have got right to do that if they want. I just think it's terrible nonsense. Like, no, I don't think it's abuse. I don't think that's abuse.
I don't do it. I don't make
the Lukaku ones where it used to be Ben Hill music and all that. And all right, I might have laughed at one or two of them, but then you think, all right, this is getting a bit much.
Jay, I had a fucking hour-long video of Ashley Young doing a Cruyff turn badly at the new camp with clown music.
You put that out on YouTube and that.
Yeah, did 100k.
So you're part of the problem.
So you're
is that abuse?
I tweeted him for that.
I know he's seen it as well.
Of course he has. I know he's seen it. I knew he'd seen it before you did.
I don't know. It's just I never abuse players, man. I might say the shit when I'm a bit angry watching a game or something. I'm never going to lay into someone and
that bad. Saying someone isn't good enough for your club or for the country isn't that bad.
Well. I think Maguire got a lot of abuse because
going after him on socials and stuff.
Yeah, I think him not leaving at the end of the transfer window, I think it kind of looked quite obvious.
He doesn't deserve abuse for that.
No, he doesn't. But I think because you get a lot of transfer divs that are just more about United signing players than they are about anything else, because he prevented us bringing somebody else in because obviously there was going to be a price tag involved with that. I think some people lost their melon and abused him on that. Again, not saying I support it. I'm just saying that's what happened.
Yeah, and I hear it. And he's an easy target in Maguire at the minute. We'll see what happens, but he's come out fighting. We'll see whether that does any good. Also, his mum's come out fighting as well. I'm just going to wrap up now with a couple more things. Injuries, another reason that things aren't great. We've got a...
I saw Dean Holden on TalkSport, right? And Dean Holdsworth, on TalkSport. And actually might be the one person that's actually spoke sense about United on there.
Well, he won't last long on there.
No,
he probably sat already.
Polishing his CV.
Yeah.
And he was saying, he goes, I'm not saying I know what a good pre-season is, but I know what a bad one is, paraphrasing it a little bit. And he said, I looked at where United were playing and when they were playing, and we all said this, we were knackered. And we didn't even do Oslo and Edinburgh. But it was Oslo,
or
Edinburgh.
Houston.
I did Houston.
Yeah,
but like me and him.
Yeah. San Diego, New York, Las Vegas.
But they also didn't do loads of edibles, so...
That's true.
Did not? Are you sure about that? The state of our club at the minute? I won't count it out, bro.
I think everyone needs to do edibles.
That might solve a few problems. You know what I mean? Sancho and Ste Adam have a few edibles. They'll be reets.
Might want to leave the house up.
Go on, go finish your point.
Sorry, bro. Go on.
But we were knackered, and Dean looked at it and he said, "Look, I'm looking at this fixture list for pre-season." He goes, "It's far too much," and he went, "They're going to get injuries."
Yeah, and it's transpired that we have.
Yeah, and when you think back at, don't just take pre-season in isolation, look at the end of last season. We were playing about every 18 minutes, it felt like.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like we were just constantly, it was hard work creating content around those games, let alone playing in those games.
No, you're right, and I think there's a stat like Bruno Fernandes has played more minutes than any player in Europe or something because he played a lot of games like
combined.
Yeah, for us and for his country as well. So there's a reason for that. And just finally, do you feel like Ten Hag is under serious pressure?
Nah.
Like if we lose against Brighton, are people going to be questioning genuinely? Because I know there's always going to be numpties who go hashtag Ten Hag out.
Absolutely will be. Is he under serious pressure from anyone with a fucking brain? No. Probably not, right? But
I also think there's so much going on at the club. No one in there is talking about Ten Hag.
Right. No, but my worry is
I would hate to see that.
If we have got 2 fucking rough ass games coming up, and then the problem is you've got the likes of like Brentford game coming up where people go, you should get 3 points there. What if you don't?
It's not beyond the realms of possibility.
You know what? My fear is he goes, fuck this shit show.
Yeah.
Saving myself.
He's come from Ajax, which is a well-run club, to this nonsense. He might just have done like...
But then my other fear is that even if he doesn't think that, someone at the club might think, so what a really good distraction is, because if you change the manager, it feels like a fresh start for everything, doesn't it? If they just want to hit that reset button...
I wouldn't even know where to look.
Exactly. Who could you even get?
I don't even know what.
Like Poch, was the obvious
My heart
one,
wouldn't be in it.
Isn't available anymore.
Nah.
Who's
Ten Hag's bringing sexy back. Trust me.
I mean, that's my problem. Is the Glazers if they stick around and they're thick, the Glazers stick around, it's gonna get horrendously toxic, hopefully, and then you've got.
We'll do our best. We won't let you down, Steve.
It's gonna get minging. There's all of these fucking statements flying out all over the gaff, and then you go, fucking hell, what can we do to change the news? Fuck the gaffer off, because the results that might have been shit because we didn't buy him and the players that we wanted, and all the ones that we got are either fucking suspended on bail or whatever, and then you've fired a manager and you've changed the news cycle. Like, whether or not you think that's a good idea, and I hope no one does, unfortunately, we're on a different planet to the Glazers, and they might think like that. It's plausible. I don't think it's necessarily likely. I think it's plausible that they think, fucking, we're getting loads of pressure, the club's under a load of pressure. The easiest thing to do, fuck him off and
they've got form for it, to be fair. Like, they give Ollie a new deal and sacked him the same year. They give Jose a new deal and sacked him not long after that. They do like sort of hitting that panic button. Even when they gave Ollie the permanent job, it felt a bit of a weird time to do it when he just lost back-to-back games.
If I could give any advice to our beloved owners, it would be
sell the club.
I won't say it on camera because
you just shut on my parade. It was just fuck off. Fuck off. Get out, bastards.
On that bombshell, we're going to leave it there.
It's depressing, man. Why are they still here?
Because they're getting shitloads of money for being here for doing nothing.
I thought they'd fuck off.
I know. Never mind. Hey.
They still might. That's the crazy thing about it is everyone's under an NDA. No one can talk about it. No one knows, do they? Nah. It's like you go from 1 week, one newspaper. It was a Sun, so I use that term loosely. Although Jay reads it.
See, right, you did this to me on the Brew the other week, right? I had about a million tabs up, and I googled something, and the Sun came up, and he went, Jay's reading the Sun.
You know, there's a story from the Sun
on a live video.
I look for like another newspaper.
I do that. I do it.
I don't open it.
I always do that.
You didn't do that on Friday though.
No.
Cretin of a man. You're horrible.
Hashtag don't buy the Sun. I hate the Sun.
Go and vote for Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
now me and you are falling out if you carry on like this. Serious, that's beyond the pale.
What was the point I was making? Oh yeah, so there was the Sun have said it was Custis, so journalism and newspapers, real fucking loose terms around what's being done here. So, Custis and the Sun is, I guess it's an outlet, and I guess he's an employee. So he's an outlet and an employee have written that the Qatar bid has won.
He loves fan channels as well, him.
And airlines.
And wine.
And then the week after, was it the Times have come out and said, actually, the Glazers are fucking staying, they want 10 billion. I wouldn't be surprised if this weekend, I know, another fucking outlet comes up and goes, actually, Mork and Minky bought it.
It's who's feeding who as well, isn't it? It's like, who's giving this information? Because was it your mate, Matt Dickinson, who did a interview with Sir Jim Ratcliffe? And haven't the Times had a lot of...
Sir Jim Ratcliffe to use it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, actually...
Haven't the Times had a lot of stories?
I've had a re-listen.
I don't even know what you said then. I just agreed with you. I don't even know what you said.
I'm sorry. Matt Dickinson wrote that phenomenal book, 1999.
And I will read all of it one day. I have got it.
He actually speaks to Jim Ratcliffe. Jim Ratcliffe was at the Nou Camp in 1999.
Was he though?
He was still a United fan then.
Yeah.
About 3 million.
Before he was trying to buy Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he speaks to him then. And it sounds like a first hand interview.
Right.
So there might be a contact there.
That's what I mean. Like, there's that, and then obviously you're getting Saudis giving, I don't know, not Saudis, sorry, Qatar.
But you might have. So I've got a few friends in the Middle East, and they were sort of trying to explain a little bit of the politics of Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, all of the different gaffes, Saudi Arabia. They're all kind of competing. They're all trying to bring sport to the region. They're all trying to go into
contest over there.
Big time, yeah.
And getting Man United is huge.
That's the big one, isn't it?
So it's not just necessarily that you've got people trying to put their own positive PR out, but you've also got the others trying to put negative PR out. So you've got to really weigh up what stories come from where, what the fucking, like, it's like a fucking episode of CSI trying to figure out, like, is this legit? Is it lies? What the fuck is going on?
What is going on? What's going to happen then?
I don't know.
Fucking hell, Steve. We'll find out. Anyway, we'll leave it there. You know where to find him. You know where to find him.
If you subscribe and we get like 10 billion subscribers,
yeah,
we might be able to buy them.
What, the club?
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, just...
If everyone watched our videos.
10 of you put $1 billion in as a super chat. No, more than that, because YouTube take a big cut. 13 of you put $1 billion in.
13 billion.
Yeah, 13 billion of you. Or 13 billion of the world put £1 in each.
Right? Bagsy, Ten Hag's assistant. Yeah.
Right, cool.
Yeah. Bagsy taking my cut of that money and not buying any.
Your cut?
You can go and put our fucking 13 billion theoretical dollars on the table and they go, no.
I don't like these two twats. He called me ponytail baldy face.
Yeah,
so
he told me to fuck off on several thousand videos.
Do you know what? Actually, no, fuck it. Like, one of the days.
I thought he was getting a serious suggestion.
Investigative journalism, right? The investigative journalism is where they would have these meetings. Remember all of like the fake shake ones and stuff like that?
Yeah, I love all that.
Right, listen.
Big Sam's pint of wine one.
Who can do it on the shitter? Who can do it and get me to look like a fake shake, right? And let me go and have a board meeting sitting opposite them, and I'll just...
And they'll give you one of them things with your sponsor on it. With the
Yeah. And I'll get the fuckers in an headlock.
It always ends with you putting them in an headlock, doesn't it? Do you remember we was going to send you down to interview Avram or Joel?
I reckon that's what they need, you know, if they just sat one of them.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, donkey scrub.
Robbed his
I think, all joking aside...
Like, get off, I'm going Turkey soon.
I think we need to send you two fuckers back over there. Well, not back over there, not been yet, but over to Florida to have a chat with them. I do. I think you need to put these questions to them.
Rifle? Just want to talk. What, no one's ever had a conversation holding a rifle in Florida? Are you fucking mad?
It's wrong to have a conversation without holding.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually
get done for not having a gun in Florida.
A weapon in Florida.
Yo, Jay, what's going on with Donald Trump, man? Has he been locked up yet?
Nah, man. He's got all these court cases going on, but he's still there, isn't he? He's still going strong.
I miss Donald Trump.
Do you know what? The bigger you are and the richer you are...
Make America great again.
Charges just don't really happen, do they?
No.
I find
Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted guilty of fucking trafficking kids.
Was doing interviews on Talk TV.
But wait,
from a cell.
Of course she was on Talk TV.
You found her guilty of trafficking kids. Who was buying the kids? Where were they?
Yeah, trust me, that's mental, isn't it? Lads, I got
She's selling kids to people.
That book full of names, we don't forget that. Do you want to go to say, where's Jeffrey? Shut up and take your fucking... Do your bang up.
Yeah.
Right.
That was an island off Florida, wasn't it, by the way?
What?
That was an island off Florida, wasn't it?
Epstein Island? Yeah, it was, I think so.
No comment on that.
Right, okay, let's leave it there. When he says no comment, we'll stick to that. You know where to find
If anyone runs a travel agency or maybe like a private jet, anyone wants to fly me out to Florida, listen, about it. I got firearms training. I'm happy days to go.
Right. On that bombshell, we're going to leave it there. That's been Stephen
What you mentioned firearms training for? Well, there's loads of good ranges in Florida, obviously, and I'd like to visit them.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that is. So, you know where to find us, lot. Just make sure...
My stubs for?
We can go and stalk David Beckham while we're at it.
Yeah, that's why I want to go Florida. Smell David Beckham's neck.
There you go. Road trip. It's on. We'll be over in Florida.
It smells like Dove.
Nah, he smells like his own aftershave.
Yeah, do you reckon? Permanently. Do you reckon he's got like one of those... Do you like a hazmat suit ring where they spray you with water as you walk through? But do you reckon he's got one of them for like a little spritz of his own David Beckham perfume?
He's a beautiful man, isn't he?
He is.
He walked past me.
Who's more beautiful, him or Eric?
He just,
it's Beckham.
Beautiful.
Eric's got a charisma that.
There's something different. Eric's got that aura.
Eric Cantona's got aura, swag. You know when you see Tony Soprano and James Gandolfini, you think, how's he laying all that pipe?
Yeah.
Because he's got an aura.
He's got an aura.
Eric Cantona's got an aura.
He did, didn't he? We met him, didn't we?
You can
Well,
see.
you've met him. You've interviewed him.
It's like a halo.
Cuddled him.
I
Put my head in his chest.
sniffed him. I got to
Like he was me grandpa.
We have been.
Did you hold him longer than was appropriate? So it got awkward.
So I could feel him looking around.
Yeah, and
like,
so his assistant was like,
mate, he's big and all.
And then I just kept going back saying,
When he was supposed to be like 6'1", no way. He's massive.
And then we seen him at Christmas, didn't we?
We did, didn't we? It was mad, that wasn't it?
That was like I was on shrooms that day. It was
That
Big
was
Nasty, Temper T,
Big Nasty
Frenzo
chatting to him.
Harami, Chris Camera.
Yeah, he was like
Harry Redknapp.
I think Big Nasty was trying to say
Eric
to Eric Cantona, Eric, I've just had a spliff for you or something, wasn't it? And Eric Cantona was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then he was doing keep you up in front of him. It was just carnage.
Is that one of the weirdest sort of collections of people?
Yeah, that's the.
And they had to
lucid
basically
dream.
drag
can't think of
Redknapp
any.
away from him, didn't they? Harry Redknapp wouldn't leave him alone.
Yeah, Harry Redknapp turned up like us just to see
Yeah,
Eric.
just sit and was just
Love
chatting
that.
to him for ages.
Was he telling everyone he's a terrific player?
Yeah.
That's how he's fucking terrific.
Chris Camera was nice, wasn't he?
Chris Camara was
What a
mint.
bloke.
Yeah, top bloke.
Fucking terrific.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Eric Cantona.
Go on, take us out. I've tried and he keeps stopping me. Go on.
Thank you to Green King. This is Off the Bar. That's Stephen Howson, Jay Marty. I'm Adam McCullough. This is Stretford Paddock.
Companies get in touch, thank you.
Yeah, don't forget them $1 billion super chats.
And if 13 of you could just dung $1 billion in, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, I said.